Hello student, myself Digan Sakhiwal, I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 6, life processes. Dear student, we are going to learn about the respiration. Respiration is the process to understand the how energy is produced in the body. Okay. Second thing we are going to learn about the respirations are two types. One is aerobic respiration, which take place in the presence of oxygen, and second is anaerobic respiration that take place in absence of oxygen. So one by one we will learn. Okay. Respiration, the process in which the digested food is oxidized to obtain energy, is called the respiration. It occurs in two phases. Okay, so whatever we eat, digestion process occur, and by this digestion process, whatever starch are there, glucose are there, they oxidize and we get the energy. Okay, and carbon dioxide is also produced because ultimately oxidation reaction is take place. Okay. First phase in that breathing. Breathing is a simply exchange of gases in which an organism takes in oxygen from the environment and gives out carbon dioxide. So what happened, dear student, we simply take the example of one vehicle. Whenever we want to run any vehicle, then what we are adding? Petrol. Petrol is nothing but it is a hydrocarbon. Carbon and hydrogen are present, and then in engine spark take place, and then petrol or diesel or CNG they start burning, and because of that reason large energy is produced, and by that large energy we can run the vehicle. So whenever we compare the vehicle and our body, instead of petrol, what we are using to get the energy, we are using food. Okay, for the oxidation process, what happen? We take the oxygen. Okay, so oxidation reaction occur and energy is produced. So breathing play major role. Okay, it is a physical or mechanical process involving inhalation and exhalation. So inhalation, in that most of the oxygen is entering into the body, and by the exhalation most of the carbon dioxide is going outside of the body. So that is the most important process. Okay. Different organisms have different organ for the breathing. For example, fishes breathe by gills. Remember, the fishes are breathing by the gills, and land animal by nostril and lungs. That you have to remember. Okay. Respiration process, main thing is the respiration process. Here the energy is produced in term of ATP. ATP means what? Adenosine triphosphate. Respiration is a complex process during which digested food is oxidized to release energy. So it is an oxidation reaction. We can say that whenever we are burning something in presence of oxygen, so it is oxidation reaction. Okay, same way whatever food we are eating and energy is produced, in that also oxidation reaction is take place. Oxidation meaning is what? Oxy-addition. Oxygen is added. Okay. It is a biochemical process and take place inside the cell. So this is the biochemical process. Okay, and it will take place inside the cell. It involves in the series of reaction, all of them catalyzed by the specific enzyme. Okay, so it is a catalytical process. We already know catalysts are what? The substance which will not take part in the reaction, but it increase the reaction or decrease the reaction, rate of reaction. That is called catalyst. This catalyst is present in the plant or animal body, then they are called biocatalysts, and biocatalysts are called the enzyme. The energy release is stored in the form of ATP molecules. So whatever energy is produced, that is stored in the form of ATP. ATP we also know adenosine triphosphate. There is also word is there ADP, D. Okay, ADP, D for dog, D, ADP. ADP means what? Adenosine diphosphate. Type of respiration. Okay. Aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is mainly take place in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration take place in the absence of oxygen. Okay. The respiration which take place in presence of oxygen is called the aerobic respiration. It is take place in the cell, so it is called the cellular respiration. So this is take place in the cell, so it is also called the cellular respiration, and in this 38 ATP energy is produced. Okay. The energy stored in ATP. Here glucose are there, what food are there, and glycolysis process occur in the cytoplasm in the cell. 2 mole of pyruvic acid is obtained. In the presence of oxygen, one Krebs cycle is going on in mitochondria, and because of that reason 6 mole of carbon dioxide is produced, plus 6 mole of water is produced, plus 38 ATP energy is produced. Okay, so this is all about somewhat about the aerobic respiration. Dear student, aerobic respiration take place in the mitochondria. Now we are going to learn about the anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration means It take place without oxygen. In absence of oxygen, anaerobic respiration take place. Okay. So and it will take place in the cytoplasm. Anaerobic respiration, the respiration which take place without oxygen, is called the anaerobic respiration. Okay. It is seen in the microorganism like bacteria, yeast, fungi, and endoparasites and muscle cells. So whenever we are doing exercise at that time, because of the absence of oxygen, sometime the anaerobic respiration take place. Okay. In anaerobic respiration, the microorganism break down glucose into the ethanol and carbon dioxide and release the energy. Okay. So in anaerobic respiration, what happens? Microorganism break down the glucose into ethanol and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide and ethanol are formed as an end product in the plants, while in lactic acid is an end product in the muscles of animals. So whenever in plant the anaerobic respiration take place, at that time ethanol is the last product, and whenever in animal anaerobic respiration take place in the muscle cell, at that time last product is what? Lactic acid. Glucose by the glycolysis process in cytoplasm make the 2 mole of pyruvic acid. Dear student, glycolysis is the process. It is a one metabolic process which convert the glucose into what? Pyruvic acid or pyruvate. Pyruvate means what? Pyruvic acid, in that we remove hydrogen, then whatever obtained, that is called pyruvate. Okay. This 2 mole of pyruvic acid undergo further reaction. In absence of oxygen, it produces 2 mole of ethanol, 2 mole of carbon dioxide, and 2 mole of ATP energy is produced. Okay. This total reaction will take place in the plant. Okay. Ethanol is the last product and 2 mole of ATP energy is produced. Now dear student, we are going to learn about the animals. Glucose glycolysis reaction occur, means one metabolic reaction occur in cytoplasm. 2 mole of pyruvic acid is obtained. In absence of oxygen in the animal cell or a muscle cell, 2 mole of lactic acid is obtained plus 2 mole of ATP energy is produced. Okay, so here difference is, here ethanol is produced in the plant cell, and in the animal cell lactic acid is produced. Difference between the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, which is very useful for you. It takes place in the presence of oxygen, aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, it takes place in the absence of oxygen. Aerobic respiration, in that end products are carbon dioxide and water. In the anaerobic respiration, end products are ethanol and lactic acid. Ethanol is in the plant and lactic acid is in the animal. Third, aerobic respiration, it takes place in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. Aerobic respiration takes place in cytoplasm and mitochondria, whereas the anaerobic respiration takes place in the cytoplasm. Fourth, 38 ATP energy is produced. Here in the anaerobic respiration, 2 ATP energy is produced. So this is all about the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Thank you so much.